Yo, what's going on, guys? I didn't get the notification yet. Yo, what's going on? What's up, Tweaks? Yo, what's up, Jason? What's going on, Finn? Ryan, John? How you guys doing? What's up, Isaac? What's going on, Jose? What's up, Robert? Hello, watching the whole thing. Appreciate that, Ryan. Yeah, we'll talk about that, Alex. What's up, iOS Tweaks? All right, so we got a few people in here. We're gonna do things a little bit different this week. So normally I'll talk about like certain subjects, and then I'll kind of pause after talking about that subject, and then answer your guys' questions and things like that, and read the comments and things like that. But we're gonna do things a little bit different this time around. I'm gonna actually go through my entire sheet of stuff I want to talk about, and then after that we're gonna do the Q&A instead of splitting it up and kind of just going, talking about news and then going into the comments and going back, just kind of all over the place, especially for people that want to watch it after it's live. So that's what I want to do. I want to make these more enjoyable for people who aren't here live, if that makes sense. So I want them to be, they're still going to be unlisted after 24 hours, but I still want to make them, at least watchable for people after the live in case they can't make it. I appreciate that, RBA. What's that, Shiny? 17, i7? Yeah, so since I'm going to be doing that, it is going to be a little bit shorter as well. I'm probably not going to be doing 2 hours, just because those gaps in between the news kind of made it, extend longer. But now I feel like when I go through this and then the Q&A, it's probably going to be closer to like an hour, maybe a little bit more. Will there be a public jailbreak? There is a public jailbreak right now. Appreciate that, sweet life. Yeah, stay there, Jose. If you have an iPhone 7 on 10.2, stay there for now. All right, so it seems like everybody's in here pretty much right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off on my phone, I'm going to turn off the regular chat and only have super chat. Only have super chat up on my phone so I can, still shout out the people that do super chats. And then after I go through everything I want to talk about, we'll do some Q&A and answer all your questions and things like that. So that's how we're going to do it. This is just a test. I just kind of I'm still trying to find, the groove with these live streams. Still trying to figure out what I really want to do. What's super chat? It's basically like donating. If you have to be on a desktop or an Android phone, and it's a little money sign next to the emojis, and that's basically how you that's how you do super chat in YouTube. It's basically a donation, and your name stays sticky at the top. And I believe it's a $1 minimum. You're not late, Joseph. I haven't even started yet. So anyways, basically, Joseph, what I said, I'm going to have the chat turned off on my phone, so I'm not going to be able to see the chat while I'm going through everything I want to talk about, just so I don't get distracted by it. And then after I go through everything I want to talk about, I'm going to, swing it back to you guys and do a Q&A and answer questions and things like that. So, hey, appreciate that $5, Josh. Yeah, like that. So that's what a super chat looks like. And it'll stay sticky at the top, and you'll be able to click on his name and things like that. I appreciate that, Josh. Thank you. So now on my phone, I just turn it off. So now I can only see super chats. That's the only way I'm going to interrupt what I want to talk about. So anyways, welcome to the weekly Friday live streams. I do these every Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. And I want to talk about a few things in this one. The first one being Cydia Extender. Obviously, Cydia Extender absolutely blew up. I think I have like 50,000 views on that video now, and tons of questions have arose from that. Errors, you name it. The developer, there's so much going on with this. So basically, if you don't know, Cydia Extender is how you get Yalu on your device pretty much permanently. There's been some people saying it's misleading, it's not really permanent. But Cydia Extender, it pretty much gets Yalu on your device permanently, because you don't have to hook it up to a computer. You don't have to, if you delete it, you can just easily get it back from your device. It's pretty much a permanent jailbreak. It's probably going to be as permanent as we can get until Sork releases his second solution. But the thing with Cydia Extender is a lot of people had errors, a lot of people had issues, and even more issues arose when the developer released Cydia Extender Plus, which is basically like, if you watch that video, I told you guys to install Extend Life, which is from another repo, and it basically, Cydia Extender Plus did what that does. basically allowed the application to sign Yalu after 7 days, so you don't have to manually do it. It would automatically sign it for you. So it made it a lot better. It made, it's called Cydia Extender Plus. It made everything, a lot easier with the application. But the thing is, it sent a ton of people into boot loops, And the developer pulled it after about, I think, 20 minutes after it went live on his repo. He pulled it because everybody was getting in a boot loop from it. And it had something to do with AppSync. I'm not sure if it was pulling like from a legacy version of AppSync, if it was maybe like, I don't know, it wasn't every device, it was just some devices. And the reason he pushed it out and said it was safe is because he tested it on his device and it worked perfectly fine and nothing went wrong with it. So he pretty much assumed, that it was fine because he developed this whole application, Cydia Extender. He developed the whole thing on his phone. So it's pretty crazy if you think about it. He developed the whole thing on his phone, and he pushed the update because it worked on his device, but he didn't know it was going to cause all these boot loops. So obviously, a lot of people are upset now because they're out of a jailbreak from installing Cydia Extender. And the thing with Cydia Extender Plus, Cydia Extender is fine. Cydia Extender, I've had maybe 2 people out of the thousands of people get into a boot loop, and I'm not sure how that happened. It's so hard to diagnose and say something's safe. Even something as simple as like Activator or something like that, because everybody installs different things on their devices. Like it's so many, it's impossible for something to be safe for everybody, pretty much, unless it's like a default package inside of Cydia. But anyways, so yeah, Cydia Extender Plus, I said it in the video, my update video, avoid it at all costs, no matter what. And Cydia Extender in general is pretty much, I think people kind of fell for the hype a little bit too much with it because it's not really something that's so, it's not something too, it's exciting, but at the same time, like if you're on your computer a lot, there's really no point in even trying Cydia Extender or Cydia Extender Plus or anything like that. If you're on a computer at least once a week, you really, there's really no point in even messing with Cydia Extender, in my opinion. And so, if you have a developer account, obviously you can use the real Cydia Extender and it'll be really, helpful that way. But if you have access to a computer, I would not mess with Cydia Extender at all. It just really doesn't make sense. So I feel like a lot of people kind of fell for the hype a little bit. They saw Yalu permanent and was like, even if they have access to a computer, I'm just going to go ahead and do it just because I can, it's something new. But I would just avoid it because the thing is, Sork has another solution coming out. Sork has the more permanent tool that he's going to be releasing. So it's pretty much going to be like Cydia Extender on steroids, and it's going to be permanent. It's not even going to have anything to do with signing. As far as I'm concerned, as far as everything he's implied in the past, over the past couple months, his tool is not going to be like a 1-year certificate. It's not going to be like anything relying on a certificate. It's going to be some sort of permanent application, some sort of maybe in the App Store. We really don't know at this point. So it should be pretty interesting when Sork does release that. But like I said, if you don't have access to a computer at least once every week or 2 weeks, because the thing is, it doesn't just expire after 7 days. It expires after 7 days, and you reboot your device. So I don't know about you guys, but I don't reboot my device like ever. And with a jailbreak, I understand that it could just happen. You may get stuck like in a respring loop or something like that, and you're forced to reboot. But if you have access to a computer, I just would not mess with Cydia Extender. There's just so many errors, so many possibilities with it that I would just avoid it because AppSync has been known to mess up devices. It's safe now for the most part, but still, if you have access to a computer, I would just avoid it if you can. So I would just wait for Sork's tool, his new tool to come out, his second tool to come out. We don't know when that's coming just yet, but I would wait on that. So the next thing I want to talk about is a possible iOS 10.2 untethered jailbreak. So I've been getting so many messages on this on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, everywhere. People have been asking me about this random person on Twitter that supposedly has an untethered 10.2 jailbreak. So it's a developer. He's been on Twitter for a while, which made it seem kind of legit at first, but at the same time, he's like never tweeted anything about jailbreaking or anything. So it's pretty sketchy, and he said it works for iOS 10.1 through 10.2. So that means the iOS 10.1, 10.1.1 mock portal jailbreak will also be untethered. So iPhone 7 users will have an untethered jailbreak. But it's just so hard to believe. And the thing is, Lucas said that it was fake. If you look at his Twitter, if you go to Luca Tedesco's Twitter and go to his @replies or his his Twitter with replies, if you click on the little tab that says with replies, you'll see that he said it was fake. So he could very easily be just saying that, without even looking into it at all. So I'm not saying Luca's 100% right, but I'd give it probably a 99% chance that this untethered jailbreak is fake. So I know it seemed legit for a lot of people. A lot of people, it just happens all the time. Anytime there's new firmware, there's always going to be fake jailbreaks, always fake developers coming out looking for followers. It's just how it goes. So 10.2 Untethered jailbreak, I just can't see it happening. And the fact that Lucas said it was fake, I mean, just pretty much, like I said, there's probably a 1% chance that it's real and that it's ever even going to get released. Even if it is real, I mean, releasing it's another thing. I don't think he ever said that he plans on releasing it either. So I don't know. We'll see. But 10.2 Untethered, I can't see it happening. I can't see Untethered jailbreak honestly ever happening again with iOS. I mean, obviously that's subject to change in the far future. But as for now, I just can't see an Untethered jailbreak happening again, at least on iOS 10. iOS 11 may be different. I'm not sure what iOS 11 is going to introduce or change with the kernel or anything like that. But at its current point, I just can't see an Untethered jailbreak coming. So speaking of Luca Tedesco, I want to talk about the Nintendo Switch jailbreak. So this one is interesting. So there's actually a full video on this explaining how the WebKit exploit works in the Nintendo Switch. I really recommend you watch it. It's a long video. I believe it's like, what was it? It's like 18 minutes or something like that. It's pretty extensive and pretty in-depth, and it won't make sense to a lot of you guys. Excuse me. It won't make sense to a lot of you guys, but you should definitely check it out. If you search Nintendo Switch, it's something about what do the Nintendo Switch and the iOS 9.3 jailbreak have in common. If you just search something like that on YouTube, you should find it. But basically, the Nintendo Switch has the same WebKit vulnerability that iOS 9.3 had, and that's what got patched in 9.3.5. So essentially, you can use that same exploit on the Nintendo Switch. Now, that's not enough for a full jailbreak yet. Obviously, you need more. We know from iOS that you need more than just one exploit to jailbreak anything. So it still needs another exploit and something to target the kernel to actually jailbreak it. But as far as everything I've heard, it sounds like it's going to be pretty easy to actually jailbreak the Switch. So we could honestly be seeing a Nintendo Switch jailbreak very soon. So that's pretty crazy. I mean, if you have a Nintendo Switch, that's pretty awesome. I don't know what you're going to be able to do with a jailbreak. I don't know if you're going to be able to get every game free. Honestly, that would be pretty crazy, and I'm sure Nintendo wouldn't be too happy about that. But I mean, I don't have a Nintendo Switch, so I don't really know too much about its possibilities or what a jailbreak, what would ensue with a jailbreak. Josh with another $5. I appreciate that. Follow me on Insta. All right, message me on Instagram and I'll get to you. I appreciate that. Thank you. So Luca Tedesco even came out on Twitter and said that it's not a full jailbreak, because a lot of sites were reporting that's like a jailbreak and that a Nintendo Switch jailbreak is coming soon. I mean, these media sites just took that and just ran and just created so much clickbait and so much false information. So he had to make it clear on Twitter that it's not a jailbreak. He just showed basically that it works and that it's possible to use this exploit on the Nintendo Switch. So if a jailbreak gets released for the Nintendo Switch, I may honestly go out and pick up a Nintendo Switch just to show you how to jailbreak and do some things with it when it does get jailbroken. So if I can get one. I mean, I'm sure they're sold out everywhere, but yeah, pretty crazy. Like I said, though, it still needs a kernel exploit, and even if it does get a kernel exploit, we don't really know if it's going to get released. But the thing is, as popular as the Nintendo Switch is now, I can very easily see a jailbreak getting released for it. That's going to be some great publicity for whoever develops and releases that jailbreak. So that's interesting. So I don't think Luca Tedesco is going to release it. He's showed that it works, but I just can't see him working on a Nintendo Switch jailbreak. At least not releasing it. He's been known, like before this jailbreak, before the iOS 10 jailbreak, he's always been known as just somebody who does not release jailbreaks. This jailbreak for 10.1 or 10.2 as well, the only reason he released that jailbreak in the first place was because the bugs were already published publicly. They were already published publicly by Google's Project Zero. So, I mean, that was a big chunk of the jailbreak, was something that was already published online. So it wasn't really like he released it. Yeah, it's hard to explain, but I just don't see him. And people were surprised when he said he's not going to release any more jailbreaks in the future. When he came out and said that a couple months back. And honestly, I mean, I don't know what anybody else expected, because he's been known for never releasing jailbreaks. And this was just like an anomaly, something that just, doesn't ever happen. And then he said he's not going to release any more jailbreaks. I don't really get how that's how that's surprising, because that's what he's kind of known for, is not releasing jailbreaks. But anyways, the next subject I want to talk about is Apple hiring a former jailbreak community developer codenamed Nerve Gas. So some of you may know him, some of you may not. He was a part of the Apple dev team and the Chronic dev team. And he actually, so he got hired by Apple. So this is like a jailbreak developer, a community developer that got hired by Apple. And he actually closed his Twitter account after he got hired by Apple. So probably some kind of company policy or something like that made him shut down his Twitter account, but pretty interesting nonetheless. And I can't say it's too surprising, honestly. I mean, because the developers in the jailbreak community are obviously very talented, but the thing with Nerve Gas, I've read some comments on, I believe it's Mac Rumors. If you go on Mac Rumors, look at the comments, people are kind of saying he's not really that talented, and he's kind of a laughing stock of the development. I don't know what they were talking about. I don't know if that's true, but I mean, he can't be too big of a joke if he got hired by Apple. So yeah, that's pretty interesting, and I just hope they don't take Ryan Petrich from us. There's some of these other really renowned jailbreak developers on the scene right now. Apple's kind of trying to snatch them from us and take them to the Apple side, the non-jailbroken side of Apple for development. So that was pretty interesting. I mean, can't say I'm too surprised by it though. So the next thing I want to talk about is iOS 10.3 Beta 7. So this was released, was it yesterday? Or no, it was Wednesday. Or was it yesterday? No, I think it was yesterday. iOS 10.3 Beta 7 was released yesterday while I was at the dentist. So yeah, I tweeted that out on Twitter as well. People were kind of laughing at that. I was literally at the dentist, sitting in the dentist waiting on me. I was waiting to go in when I saw that Beta 7 got released. So not surprising. It's not surprising. And in that tweet, I said it's not surprising. I didn't mean that it was not surprising on that day. I meant that it was not surprising that there is a Beta 7, because I've said all along that I plan on there being, 8, 9 plus betas, back when Beta 1 was released. So not surprising that there's a Beta 7, but the fact that it got released to the public and developers at the same time could indicate that it's the GM build, but its long build number, I just don't see how it's the GM build. I mean, even though it was pushed to public and developers at the same time, I feel like the reason it was done is because it was an important security patch. And that's the only real reason for it to be released on a Thursday as well. They don't usually release anything later in the week unless it's something very, important, something security-wise, it's very important and very, some kind of very vulnerable bug that has been found. And I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. I don't think it was the GM build. The build number was so long, and I don't know. I just see there being at least one more beta, maybe a Beta 8, Beta 9, not too sure. But yeah, so pretty interesting. We'll see if they release a Beta 8 on Monday. That'll be pretty crazy, because we got one, what was it, Monday, and then Thursday, and then Monday. So 3, in a matter of a week, which would be pretty insane. And that reminds me, I believe that happened in 10.2.1 as well, but still pretty crazy how quick they're pumping out these betas. And also I want to talk about this because a lot of people tend to get upset with Apple for some odd reason. People get upset with Apple for releasing betas. And it really doesn't make sense to me, because they're trying to improve the software. They're trying to make their software better for everybody. They're trying to improve on the software with every single, all these little bug fixes, all these behind the scenes things. You don't know how much they impact you, until they impact you. So, I just don't get how people think and get mad at Apple for releasing beta firmwares, because, and some of the arguments, one of the arguments I see or have seen before, I shouldn't say see by multiple people, because it's only one person that said this, but somebody said that Apple should fix it the first time and then they wouldn't have so many betas. But, that's just not how software works. So I think the people that really don't respect these betas just don't know how software works at a big scale. From looking far back at software, I mean, new bugs arise in any software. I don't care how talented any developer, any team, Google developers, you can have the highest class developers in the world develop something, and there's always going to be bugs, always, no matter what. Every time there's something new introduced, that's going to introduce new bugs. It's just how software works. So I just don't understand people that get mad at Apple for releasing releasing betas and improving the software, which is going to improve your experience. So anyways, that was just my little rant on people that rant at Apple for releasing beta. So, anyways, the next subject I want to talk about is Apple's March/April event. So we don't know if it's going to happen in March. It's getting pretty late into March. It's the 17th right now. And it seems like they would have sent out invitations already, if there was going to be an event in March. That could still happen. We still could get the press invites sometime soon, maybe, next week, possibly early next week or the following week. But it could also be in April, if they even have an event. That's the thing. It's not even a true, we don't know for sure that they're even going to have an event. They could just release something and not hold an event for it. So what's supposed to happen, or what's rumored to happen in this event, is new iPads, the product red iPhone 7, which I'm personally, I don't like the look of the iPhone 7 in red, but I had the product red, what was it, iPod Nano, way back in the day. I still have it, actually. It's in my closet. I believe it's the iPod Nano 2G. I got that in the product red, so maybe I should get the iPhone 7 and kind of just have them side by side for an Instagram picture. And then also at that event is supposed to be, or it's rumored to be, the iPhone SE 2, which I'm actually excited about. I'm much more excited about the iPhone SE 2 than any kind of new iPad, because the iPhone SE is easily the most underrated phone on the market right now. The iPhone SE is a monster, and if you're looking for a cheaper phone, a cheaper alternative to a 6S, I would definitely get the SE. I would get the SE, maybe even over the 6S. It's kind of just depends. You kind of have to weigh everything out. But the SE is a beast, and basically this new SE is probably just going to improve on the capacity that it could have. So it's probably going to bump up the capacity. I don't know if they're going to really tweak the internals. That would be crazy if they did tweak the internals and make it even faster and more of a beast. But so the iPhone SE, I don't know if it's going to be called the iPhone SE 2, the iPhone SES, that doesn't sound right. So it'd probably be the SE 2, or maybe just, I don't know, maybe just iPhone SE 2G or something like that. I'm not sure. But yeah, like I said, we should see press invites pretty soon if there is going to be an event in March. And if not, in April, we should see the press invites go out, sometime early April is what I would imagine. So yeah, I also want to talk about some tweaks, kind of switching back to the jailbreak side of things. So some new tweaks that are out, and this is the first one is one that I've talked about on Twitter, and a lot of people seem pretty excited about. I actually talked about this in a previous jailbreak update video as well. But Don't Stop the Party 2 is actually what it's called. So Don't Stop the Party 2 allows you to respring your device without the music stopping. So you can have music playing from Spotify, you can have a YouTube video going, you can have your music playing, and then when you respring your device, it doesn't pause or anything. It just stays playing the entire time. So that's something that I've been wanting for so long. I mean, I can't even tell you guys how long I've been wanting that tweak. I haven't publicly expressed it, but I've been wanting a tweak like that for at least probably 2-3 years. So I don't know if I just never found it back in the day, because Don't Stop the Party 2, so meaning there was a first one. I don't know if I missed that back in the day or what, but I can't tell you how many times I've had to respring my device when I'm playing music on my phone, whether it's through Bluetooth, whether it's hooked up, whether I'm just listening to it on the device itself out loud. It's just always been really annoying, especially because when you have a jailbreak, you constantly have to respring, when you install new tweaks and things like that. So can't wait for that to come out. It's still in its early stages right now, but it should be out pretty soon. I mean, he's posting a lot of videos about it and talking about it a lot. So you can go to my Twitter if you want and see the developer. I quoted his tweet, I believe yesterday or 2 days back. So another tweak is Pulse HUD. So this is another volume HUD tweak. Surprise, surprise. There's about the 50th one I've talked about. But this, by far, is the most unique one. And it basically uses like pulses on the screen instead of bars. So it's really hard to explain. Sorry if I'm swallowing a lot. I just ate a ton. So it basically uses pulses. It's so hard to explain. It's so hard to explain. Just search Pulse HUD and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. But it basically puts like a pulse at the bottom of the screen, and it pulses every time you turn the volume up or down instead of having bars anywhere. So pretty unique, and I believe it comes from Z-iPhone or Xiphone, who is a great developer. Who is the developer of Pickpocket 2. And so next tweak actually isn't a tweak, it's a Flex 3 patch. So if you don't know what Flex is, just Google it, because it's basically a tweak where you can install a bunch of different patches for a ton of different applications. It's basically like tweaks. It's pretty much the same concept of tweaks, but they're called patches inside of Flex 3. So this one's called Messages Send Progress Bar, and it basically just brings back the send progress bar in iMessage. So basically iOS 10 took out the send progress. When you send a message, you get the progress bar at the top showing that your message sent and when it's en route and then sent. So this basically brings that back, and it's called Messages Send Progress Bar. So you can find that in Flex 3. And then another one is called Moose. It basically lets you select it sets custom text selection, basically the highlight color when you go on your device and you select text, to highlight it, to copy it or something like that. It changes the color of that caret right there. So the whole highlight color, where you cover up text, basically you can change the color of that. So I don't know what took so long for a tweak like that to come, but I don't think I've ever seen a tweak that does that. And that's something so simple, something that you think about all the time, that you use all the time. So it's pretty surprising. At least that I know of, I haven't seen a tweak that does that. So that's pretty interesting. And again, that one's called Moose, like a moose, Moose. And so those are just 4 of the newer tweaks from this past week that were notable to me. So the last thing I want to talk about are upcoming videos. So a lot of people ask me all the time, when I'm going to release a new Jailbreak Tweaks video, when I'm going to release a new update video, when I'm going to release what's on my iPhone video. So I always like to tell you guys a little bit in advance, the people on the live stream, what I'm planning, So today I actually plan on releasing the Jailbreak, the combination of my Jailbreak Tweaks videos, but I didn't actually get that done in time before this live stream. I wanted to have it done before a couple hours before this live stream, but the export was just taking so long because over an hour video's over an hour. So the export time took a lot longer than I expected. So, but my next video is going to be a combination. It's going to be the top 126 jailbreak tweaks for iOS 10. It's just going to be a combination of the 4 episodes, my first 4 episodes of this series. So a lot of people always like when I combine them into one because I always get questions on the videos saying, hey, what's this tweak? And I just want to be able to point them to one video for everything. So that's coming up. And then also a what's on my iPhone. I'm going to be doing a what's on my iPhone 7 Plus right now, which is not jailbroken. So I'm going to be doing a what's on my iPhone Plus or on my iPhone non-jailbroken and a jailbroken. I may upload them on the same day. What do you guys think? You think I should upload them on the same day? I can't see the chat right now, so hold that thought for a second. But when I get back to the Q&A, which is going to be very soon here, I want to know if you guys think I should upload them on the same day, if I should wait a couple days or what. So that's another thing I have planned. That's basically what's going to be coming probably this weekend. Probably both of those are going to be this weekend. I want to have the tweaks video uploaded tomorrow on Saturday, and then the what's on my iPhone on Sunday. So those are the next 2 videos coming to the channel. And so that's pretty much everything I wanted to talk about in this. So that took about 25 minutes, I'd say, is what it took. And so I'm going to turn the chat back on now, and I want you guys to let me know what you think of this new style of live stream. So basically, if you're watching this now and you weren't in here live, that's the main reason I was doing this, is so that I could see. Oops, I didn't have all on. Okay, there we go. All right. So what do you guys think about this new? You like it? Okay, cool. So I noticed that the viewers didn't fluctuate as much when I do this as well, which I like. You like it? Okay, cool. So you guys like it. Okay, cool. Like I said, I've only done about 5, 6 live streams. So I'm still kind of trying to find exactly what I want to do every time. You know what I mean? I just want to keep testing things out. I don't ever want to just keep doing the same thing. So, okay, cool. So it seems like everybody likes. I think it's better now because you can get the info before you slam it. Yeah. Okay, cool. What did I do differently? I talked about everything at first without the chat. Basically, I just went through everything I wanted to talk about, and then at the end, now I'm going to be doing the Q&A and answering questions and things like that. And I'm going to recover everything that I just talked about in case somebody missed it. Sorry, I just read somebody that said mixed. What's up, Orson? Yeah, I'll check my Instagram. Yeah, if you guys sent me a message on Instagram, I literally got so many messages on Instagram that my device crashed at one point. My Instagram app crashed at one point. I literally have over 400 messages on Instagram from errors from that video before I released the fix video for Cydia Extender. So If you message me now, you have a higher chance of getting a response just because I'm not getting as many now, and I'll probably yeah. If I've been slow getting back to you, trust me, I've been slammed with these questions. So don't feel like you're the only one. My Snapchat's in the description, as is my Instagram. Untethered Jailbreak will not be released probably ever. Did you discover news with Cydia Extender Plus? Yeah, Jen, I did discuss Cydia Extender Plus. So when this video goes back, well, first of all, I'll just say to avoid it. But if you want to watch this video back, this video is going to be public for 24 hours, and then it's going to be unlisted. But you'll be able to go back and listen to what I talked about with that. So I talked about it and pretty much in good detail. I'm the only one. Yeah, I'll get to you, Tommy, after this for sure. Any word on Waveflow or an update to Music Lyric? Nothing on Waveflow yet. I'm surprised. I'm really waiting for that. How's my day? My day's good. How about yours? Potential for 10.3 jailbreak? It's still too early to say. It's still too early to say with 10.3. I mean, 10.3, the file system doesn't change much, according to Luca. So I don't know. It's too tough to say right now. Do you have Cydia? Are you talking to me? Or are you talking to somebody in the chat? Of course I have Cydia. Any update on Area LS? I thought that was already updated. That's not updated, Shaw? The guy that claimed he had an Untether? Yeah, I don't think it's real. I mean, he kind of just came out of nowhere. Didn't really talk about anything jailbreak related before that, so it's kind of sketchy. Please look at your Insta. Yeah, I'll check all my Instagram messages after this. If you guys haven't followed me on Instagram, that link's down in the description below. Cydia, Sydia, Cydia. Okay. Is there a top 10 paid tweak video? I don't really do paid and free. I kind of just mix them up. If you go back and watch my videos, my top tweaks videos, I kind of just mix them all up. I don't really like making them one for each public or for paid and free. Sent you a message on IG, and my buddy has iPhone 7 Plus on 10.2.1. What are his chances? I appreciate that $5, Josh. Thank you. Hold on one second. Let me pause this. So my buddy has an iPhone 7 Plus on 10.2.1. His chances are not good. His chances are not good at all, because even on 10.2, his chances aren't good. So his chances are not great at all with an iPhone 7 on 10.2.1, unfortunately. All right, I'm going to turn off the chat on my phone now because it kind of makes it lag a little bit. I'm going to have the chat pulled up on my computer now. Bytefont? What about Bytefont? I'm having trouble with Windows with Cydia Impactor. Doesn't recognize your phone. If Cydia Impactor doesn't recognize your phone, is it just Cydia Impactor or is it iTunes as well? Because you may need to pull up iTunes. Make sure you have all your iTunes stuff up to date. Make sure you've trusted your device on the computer. It should prompt you every time when you plug it into the computer to trust the device. So make sure you have all that done. Rip stream? What do you mean rip stream, Dev? Is Extender safe? Extender. I'm never gonna say anything's safe. First of all, because everybody's device is different. Everybody installs different things. It's impossible to say something is safe. So, for me and for hundreds or thousands of other people, yeah, it's safe. But for the 1%, less than 1%, it's not safe. So just stay away from Cydia Extender Plus. That's all I will say. It's been working fine for a lot of people though. So if you don't have access to a computer, then go for it. But if you do have access to a computer at least once a week, I wouldn't bother. Why do you think there's so many extender errors? Just because everybody there's a lot of pirate repos that people have, and that's honestly the biggest problem with it. A lot of people had AppCake, a lot of people already had AppSync, a lot of people had Byte Your iPhone, and some of the packages that get installed with that kind of just collide with the packages that Extender tries to install. So, can you think of a tweak that you would like that isn't on Cydia? I've thought of a few in the past, Marco, but not that I can name off the top of my head right now. What is Extender Plus? It's basically like Extend Life built into Extender. Is AppSync safe to install now? Yeah, it's been safe to install for a while. Did I talk about Battery Plus? What's up, Joseph? I haven't talked about Battery Plus in a long time. I'm not a big fan of Battery Plus. Extender icon is still there after removing. Any idea? If you go into wiggle mode, there's an X on Extender. You should just be able to delete it like any other app. Video on fresh restore to 10.2 from 10.2 with SHSH2 blobs. You can only use your SHSH2 blobs if you have an iPhone 6 or iPhone 5S or an iPad Air 1, I believe, on iOS 10.3 beta 1, and it's a complicated process. So unfortunately, it's probably not gonna happen with you. Will there be a dedicated vid for Don't Stop the Party? I don't really do dedicated videos for tweaks individually, like ever, so I'm probably not going to make an individual tweak for it, or individual video for that tweak. I'm probably just going to include it in the top tweaks video, probably be like the first one. You don't have iTunes? If you're the one that had the issues with your device hooking up, you need to install iTunes. Extender doesn't work for Mock Portal? Yeah, it does. It does work for Mock Portal. You just have to download. Here's another thing, guys. People were installing Yalu on their iPhone 7s, thinking that, and then saying it didn't work. So, I mean, I know in the video I said to download Yalu, but obviously if you're on an iPhone 7, you're going to download Mock Portal. So you're going to scroll down to the bottom of Luca's site and download Mock Portal, not Yalu 10.2 on your iPhone 7. So if it didn't work and you're doing that, then you just need to go back and actually start downloading Mock Portal instead of Yalu 10.2. Why is my Yalu app crashes after I signed it for a day? What do you mean signed it for a day? Did you talk about the potential jailbreak for iOS 10.2.1? Zombie, no, I didn't talk about 10.2.1 at all because I've just talked about that in the past. I don't see a 10.2.1 jailbreak coming. I've said that all along, that I don't see a 10.2.1 jailbreak coming, and I just don't feel any different now. I feel like if there was going to be a 10.2.1 jailbreak, it would have already been out by now because it's almost getting too late for it to even be significant if it did get released now. So 10.3 or iOS 11 would be the next ones. Would you ever sell merchandise for this channel? Probably not. I mean, I don't know. I've thought about it. I've had some cool designs in the past, a long time ago, probably 5-6 years ago. But probably not unless I got really big, unless I got, a million plus subs, then I'd possibly think about it. Only chance it'll happen is if the iOS final version of 10.3 exploits are patched. Yeah, I mean, it's possible, but I don't know. It's just so tough to even, I don't know. I just don't think it's going to happen. I just have a feeling it won't happen. What about the mobile version of Yalu? What do you mean the mobile version? You mean when you install without a computer? Yeah, don't avoid that. Avoid the Zero Store or whatever it's called, because it's from day one it's been said that it's not to be trusted, and the thing with Yalu is when you download it from a place like Zero Store or somewhere else where you have to install a profile, they can alter that code, and I don't want to say they can install malware or anything like that, but they could potentially be doing something malicious on your device if they did decide to take everyone that installed that Yalu from the Zero Store. They could change that code on you without you having to install anything new. So I would just avoid that. I've said it all along. Only download Yalu from Luca's site. Nowhere else. Just out of curiosity, what is your top 3 favorite iOS 10.2 tweaks? Probably Springtomize 3. I'm going to say Don't Stop the Music too. Will already be in my top 3, like automatically by default. And then nice haircut. Hey, thanks. Appreciate that. Yeah, I just got it done yesterday. What would be my third tweak? What would be my third favorite tweak? It'd probably have to be Palert, honestly. Palert is such a simple tweak, but it makes the biggest difference in iOS because it just affects so many different sections. So I'd say Palert is my third. How is the Apple Store reopening? Yeah, so if you guys were in my last live stream, I said I was going to possibly stream the reopening of my local Apple Store, but it wasn't like I thought it was going to be. It was awesome. First of all, I mean, they had the $1.5 million 6K display in there. And if you want to see that, if you guys want to see the $1.5 million 6K display in the new Apple Store, go to my Instagram and check it out. It's pretty insane. So the Apple Store was cool. The Instagram's in the description as well, by the way. The reopening was cool and all, but it wasn't like I expected. Like, I expected there to be media everywhere. I expected them to be all pumped up, and having, a big line, a ton of people. I mean, there was a ton of people, but it just wasn't like a grand opening that you've seen in other videos on YouTube like I thought it was going to be. So that was going to be the only way I'd stream it. And yeah, so it's funny now, iDevice Help is actually going to live stream a Apple Store grand opening in Miami. So he's basically going to do what I was going to do. So I thought it was pretty funny when he said he was going to do that. My favorite 3 tweaks are color flow. Yeah, color flow actually does have to be. Color flow would probably be tied with number 3. My Instagram's in the description, Nuxon. How do you resign 10.2 apps and Extender? You can't. 10.2 apps you don't download the IPA of. You have to download. Extender only works for IPAs. When you download something from 10.2, it doesn't. You're not downloading an IPA to your device, to your like system files. It basically just does it through a profile. That's different. Yeah. Any info on Xmod games? Xmod games is so outdated. I don't think there's ever going to be another update for it. I've been good, Alfredo. Thanks. How you been? Easiest iOS firmware to jailbreak. What was it? Probably iOS 1. I mean, pretty much I think, what was iOS 1 through 3 just used boot ROM exploits, which are like the easiest type of exploits. So pretty much anything that used the boot ROM exploit were the easiest. Are you a gamer? Nah, I'm not. I haven't played my PS4 in a long time. I used to be a big gamer back in the day, but I haven't picked up my controller in probably over a year now. Appreciate that, Ryan. Is Springtomize 3 fully compatible? Springtomize 3 is not compatible at all with iOS 10, so unfortunately. Appreciate that, Fatima. Thank you. Hey, Gibson. I'm not going to be streaming too long. I'm probably going to get off here in about 10 minutes, I'd say, or I'll probably cut it off at an hour. We'll do an hour. We'll do an hour, maybe a little bit longer than that, but you can go back and watch this video. This live stream was mainly geared toward people. I wanted to make it more viewable and watchable and enjoyable for people who didn't get to catch me live. I wanted to be public and people still get the good information after I go live, just because I know everybody can't make it out to this live stream. People are in different time zones and things like that, have other things to do. So I wanted to run through everything I wanted to talk about at first and then open up the chat and start talking to you guys, just so it's not kind of, me talking to invisible people. They can't see the chat, when the video is public, and they're not here live. It really just makes it hard to watch that way. So I wanted to do it a little bit different this time. You're so cute, it's hard to concentrate. Appreciate that. Vlog. I've had a lot of people ask me if I create a vlog channel. Hey, appreciate that, Ryan. Yeah, a lot of people have asked me to create a vlog channel. I don't think I'm ever going to, honestly. But, I mean, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe when I get to a certain point I will. But, hey, Tommy with the 25. I mean, everybody knows Tommy is the GOAT in here. So, I mean, he's pretty much a household name now. $25. I appreciate that. I like big butts and cannot like these other brothers. Cannot. Did you say cannot like? Is that a typo there? I appreciate that. Yeah, Tommy's the GOAT. Everybody already knows. Everybody knows Tommy. Yeah, Joseph's the GOAT too. Joseph is a cemented GOAT. Typo. Can I sing? Nah, you don't want to hear me sing. I've done karaoke. That's about it. That's about all I do. It's 4 a.m. here. You're worth the time, bro. Hey, appreciate that. Hey, it is Friday, so I mean, you probably don't have. I mean, as long as you don't work in the morning, I'm cool with you staying up with me. Do behind the scenes. I'm actually not shooting a video tonight, so I can't do it behind the scenes. I'm just gonna be uploading a video. I'm exporting and then uploading a video tomorrow. That one that I've already shot. Josh with the $20. I appreciate that. Love is real. I appreciate that, Josh. I'm gonna hit you with that follow on IG after this. iPhone Captain said don't use Cydia Extender. Nah, I mean Cydia Extender is fine. Cydia Extender has worked for thousands of people. Cydia Extender Plus is the one you want to avoid. Extender Plus. Where can I donate money? If you click on the little money sign on the chat, I believe you have to be on desktop. You could be on an Android device as well. There should be a little money sign called Super Chat there, and basically you can just donate as little as $1, and your name pops up, and I read the comment. So pretty cool. What's your favorite anemone theme? Oh man, there's so many good ones. I mean, Mint has to be one of my favorites. Mint 2, Biscuit, Waffle. There's so many good ones. If you watch my top themes video, you'll get a good idea of some of my favorites. 'Cause I kind of combined all my favorites into that one. Live stream at McDonald's. What's my favorite superhero? Batman. Batman is my favorite superhero. For so many reasons. 10.2 jailbroken for iPhone 7 yet? Nah. But if you are on 10.2 on an iPhone 7, I'd stay there. Are you going to make a perfect jailbroken device on 10.2? Yeah, I am, John. Have you watched Logan? I have not, but I've seen the spoilers. So many people want to spoil that movie, so. One day you'll have 1 million subscribers. I hope so. My goal is 3 million, so. Tommy with the $1, I appreciate that. That was so random. Batman is the best. Yeah. Can't use Super Chat because it's not available in my area. Oh man. Do you like Prince the what? I have no clue what you just said. That was for fun. I appreciate that. My gosh, chat's going so fast. I wish the thing with the chat in here is unless I'm streaming from unless I'm streaming from my computer, I can't enable slow mode in the chat. I don't think I can, at least. Let me see. Yeah, you can't do slow mode when you're streaming from mobile, which I hope they fix that in the future. Excuse me. I have a PS4 social, but I don't play it. I have a PS4 that's been collecting dust for a long time. I don't even know why I paid the $60 a year for the Plus. Had the 10.2 was buggy. What are you talking about, Siobhan? What's going on, by the way? Batman Arkham games are dope. Yeah, I did play the Batman games. Batman games are awesome. When will you release? What are you talking about, John? When will I release what? I'm a Christian. It's wrong. Do you know any best jailbreak tweaks? Do you know who you're talking to here? Do I know any best jailbreak tweaks? Yeah, go to my playlist and look at my best tweaks video, or just search best 10.2 tweaks, and that should be like the first result. When will you release a perfect jailbroken video? I'm not sure. I want to before the end of the month for sure. I'm still trying to make the best setup. All right, Alfredo, take care. Thanks for stopping by. Do you have a video on how to jailbreak 10.2.1? No, because it's not possible. I'll buy that PS4 from you. Nah, I'm still gonna keep it just in case. I mean, one day I may eventually pick up the controller again. Joseph. Can I download Play Mira? I'm not sure what that is. What was Play Mira? Yeah, possibly, Siobhan. I'm not sure. Do you know any good Cydia repos? If you watch my top tweaks videos, you'll find a lot of new repos in there. Those are pretty much the only repos I use. But honestly, the best repo to have is just Big Boss, because pretty much every repo goes to Big Boss. I mean, Big Boss is like the Google of Cydia. So, is there any information about jailbreaking 10.2.1? No. 10.2.1 jailbreak is most likely not coming, so. How stable is i7 10.1.1 Mock Portal? It's still not very stable. I mean, regardless of what anybody says, it's not very stable. Hey, Brian with the $5. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Brian Best. No comments, so let me know if you have a question or need anything. I appreciate that $5, man. What phone is that behind you? That is the 5S. That's the 5S. That's the one I made the video on, doing Extender and Extender Plus. And the reason not Extender Plus, but Extend Life. Hey, appreciate that, Tommy. That's a random number, $24. Tonight, no more tonight. Don't forget me. Yeah. Oh, okay. I see. You did the $1. That's right. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'll help you out tonight. Yeah, Tommy is the man. Tommy's the goat. I mean, he's a household name here. He's a household name in these streams. First Apple product, iPod Touch, first generation. I had an iPod Touch before I had an iPhone. Yeah, I was confused there with the 24, but then I forgot. I remembered back the $1. Does your jailbroken phone freeze, or is it just me? It's just you, Cameron. If you go back and if you go and watch my boot loop fix video, that'll show you how to disable tweaks and find out what's causing your phone to do that and act up. Tommy Loki. Tommy's my dad, right? I touch app reviewers. Yeah, my name is my original name was BB's iPod Touch App. If you go back and watch my old videos, you'll hear me say that at the beginning. I didn't have an iPhone until the iPhone. Honestly, I didn't have a legit like iPhone that I used every day until the iPhone 4. Believe it or not. So I had the 3GS. It's funny. I bought the 3GS at school when I was in, was it high school? No, it was middle school. I bought the 3GS in middle school from a random person. I like paid in full cash for an unlocked iPhone 3GS. Don't ask. It was weird. I don't even know how I remember that. For how much? Oh man, you got me there. I have no clue how much I paid for it. I know it was well over $100, but I don't know. Done. That's funny. Can you downgrade your iOS on an iPhone 7 Plus? No. The only firmware you can downgrade to right now is 10.2.1 from 10.3. That's it. Even if you saved your blobs, you can't use them right now. Can you help me? I need iOS 10.2.1 Cydia. I can't help you there. Sorry. There's no jailbreak for 10.2.1. The AirPods review was awesome too. Good. Hey, appreciate that. Yeah, if you guys haven't checked out my AirPods review video, go ahead and check it out if you haven't. Even if you don't like them or want them or anything, I just appreciate any kind of feedback you can give me on that because I'm really trying to shoot for those more professional review videos here on the channel. Talk about tweaks, please. What do you want me to talk about, Albesis? I talked about new tweaks a few minutes ago, but what do you want to know about tweaks? Is the 5S still a good phone? Jay, actually, I want to give you guys another upcoming video I'm going to be doing. So that 5S there, I'm actually going to make a video. I think I'm going to update that. Or actually, no, wait. I'm going to update the iPhone 5 to iOS 10.3. Make a video on how the iPhone 5, a 32-bit device, performs on iOS 10.3. The reason being is because 10.3 is going to be like 9.3.5 is for, actually, no, wait. No, the 5 can't even go to 10.3, can it? So yeah, I'm going to do the 5S, whatever it is, the 5 or the 5S to 10.3, just because a lot of people still have the 5S and are very curious about this new Apple file system, if it's even going to affect an older device like that, and if it's really going to speed it up. So I was actually surprised when I found out how many people still have the 5S in 2017. So I want to make some sort of video on the 5S just because I know a lot of people have it, and a lot of people are still actually looking for content on the 5S, and I haven't made a video on a 5S at all. 5S is 64-bit. I was talking about the 5 being 32-bit. Is there any way to get switchboard firmware on a jailbroken iOS device? What do you mean? I'm not sure what you mean. What is jailbreaking? Search Wikipedia or iPhone Wiki for jailbreaking. I'm starting a YouTube channel, and I don't know what to do. What do you mean? Wait. So why are you even starting a YouTube channel if you don't know what to do? If you don't know what to do, you shouldn't be starting a YouTube channel. Honestly, before you even start, you need to sit back and think about what it is you want to create and have like the vision for it. That'd be that's honestly my biggest piece of advice I can give you right now at this point. Hey, appreciate that, Josh. Thank you for the $5. Hey, appreciate that. How do I get Cydia back on 10.2? I'll delete it by accident. If you search on YouTube, fix what was it? If you just search Yalu fix on YouTube, you should find a video from, I forget who it's from, but it's something along the lines of fix Cydia errors in iOS 10. Excuse me. And he has a link for a Yalu fix, and that's how you can get Cydia back. Does anybody know if Dreamboard has been updated? I don't believe it has. I do not believe it has. Hey, Damon, what's up, Damon? Is your 5S jailbroken on 10.2? Yeah, it is. That's what I made. That phone is what I made the video on for how to get the permanent Yalu jailbreak. Why do you give money to a man talking? Because I'm giving information and answering questions. It's more than just talking. And they just want to support. And I appreciate them. I don't think that's possible. What are you talking about, Nicholas? What's going on, Daniel? Any updates on Cydia Eraser? No, Cydia Eraser is it's not what Sork is focusing on right now. It's like at the bottom of his to-do list. So I wouldn't expect an update for that until the permanent fix for Yalu gets released. The new 7-day solution, the actual 7-day solution. I would think it would come out after that gets released. And honestly, he may just wait for the final public version of the jailbreak to come out, if it ever does come out, which I think it will, but we still probably have a ways to go before that. What are you going to talk about? New tweaks? I already talked about new tweaks. If you go back and watch this video, it's going to be public for 24 hours. You can go back and watch what I talked about with those new tweaks. Good memes? What do you mean, Joe? Want some nudes? What tweak causes auto lock to work? What do you mean auto lock? Do you like the album Purple Rain? Yeah, I like Purple Rain. Keemstar? Jailbreak memes? I have no clue. Hey, Brian, $2. I appreciate that. Sent you a DM on IG. My IG name is... All right, yeah, Brian, I'll get to you. I'll make sure I click on your name first to get back to you. ASAP after this stream. CC settings update? Yeah, I'm still waiting on that as well, Edward. I'm not sure what's going on with CC settings. I'm honestly starting to think that maybe Flip Control Center or Polis are the new CC settings. So let's get right into the news. Switchboard. Yeah. I mean, I've heard of switchboard, but I don't think it's possible what you're talking about. Can install lock HTML, it says depending on something. That depends on what it says it's depending on. I'm not sure. No problem, Samuel. As far as I know, 5S, can you upgrade to 10.3 beta 1? You can downgrade from 10.3 beta 1 to 10.2 on a 5S if you saved your blobs. And the thing is, even if you saved your blobs, it's not guaranteed. That's why when I made the video showing you how to save SHSH2 blobs, I told you to save multiples. I saved like 10 blobs for every device because the first, the nonces may not collide the very first time, second time, third time, fourth time. So it's hard to say if it's going to work for you or not, but it's worth a shot. Do you like to spend your money? What do you like to spend your money on? I mean, the only thing I really spend money on these days is like camera equipment and camera gear. And bills, obviously. That's pretty much it. I'm like a hoarder with my money. I save all my money, pretty much. I've always been like that my whole life. Will you collab on a live stream? Probably not, honestly. Not at this point. I mean, the only time I'd ever get somebody else on a live stream or collab or anything like that is when I find out exactly what I want to be doing. Like I did something new today. I may do something new next week. I just want to get doing exactly what I want to do, and then I'll look at, other things like that. What is your course in college? What do you mean? Like, degree? Computer science. Perfect jailbreak setups? Yeah, I'm going to be doing a perfect jailbreak setup soon. All right, guys, we're getting close to that 1 hour mark, so if you have any other questions, let me know. I'm probably going to get out of here in the next 5-10 minutes, most likely. Hey, appreciate that. Shout out to China. Do you use Horseshoe? No, I do not. Say something about downgrade. I've talked about downgrading already. Unless you have a 5S or an iPad Air 1 with Blob saved, I doubt it's going to happen. Sup, Dad? What's going on, Fire? Talk to me on Skype. I don't know if I can for sure now. I'm going to be talking with Tommy after this, so I'm not too sure if I'll be able to get to you. ETA on perfect jailbreak setup. ETA most likely before April. Most likely. The thing is, I've been working on it. It's like, it's not just that I haven't, been working on it at all. I'm just trying to get the perfect setup. I'm trying to find that perfect wallpaper. So, sorry I'm broke, brother. No problem, Jeremy. Yeah, donating is completely optional. Don't ever feel like you need to donate. That's just completely optional. If you like, if you appreciate the content and want to support, I appreciate it, but don't ever feel like forced that you have to donate or anything like that. No, I'm not in Europe. I'm in the United States. Do you think there'll be a jailbreak for 10.3? Possibly. Possibly. Donate as demanded. Yeah. No, I don't live in CA as in Canada or California. I don't live in either. I live in Florida. What's up, DJ? Or D-Jack, I mean. Is there any way to mirror iPhone to pick? You mean PC? Hey, Devin. Nice to see you as well. Anything on Untethered? Kenny, Untethered most likely isn't coming. It's probably going to be fake. I live in Illinois. I lived in Illinois at one point. I lived in Chicago for a couple years before Florida. Yeah, I like Florida. I mean, sometimes you do. For the most part, yeah, I like Florida. Guys, only donate if you want to buy gears. What do you mean, Gary? Oh, you're talking about the donation money? Yeah, all the donation money goes towards buying new gear, like especially the 4K camera I'm going to be buying soon, and a slider as well. All the donation money literally gets reinvested into equipment to make the channel better. Copy my perfect jailbreak setup. I'm not going to copy any perfect jailbreak setup. I'm trying to find what I like best. Oh, the gears next to my name? Yeah. Talk about it, no more 7-day trial. I made a whole video on that, Laquisa. Why do you need 4K? Because 4K, even if I don't upload in 4K, the ability to shoot in 4K and then edit it in 1080p makes a massive difference. The quality is incredible because you can zoom in almost like you have a second camera when you shoot in 4K but edit in 1080p. It's really hard to explain unless you know editing and filmmaking, but 4K makes a big difference even if you're only uploading in 1080p. So that's a big reason. Yeah, Cam, I'm not saying I'm going to upload in 4K. I may upload in 4K, but even just shooting uploading in 1080p, the quality will be improved by shooting in 4K, but editing and condensing it down to 1080p. Hey, Alex, $5. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for all the help. No problem. No problem, man. 4K on a 19-inch TV. Yeah, I highly doubt that 19-inch TV has 4K. Is a 4K TV. That'd be pretty crazy. Hey, I'm new. Hey, welcome, Zach. I pretty much already talked about everything I'm going to talk about. So if you want to subscribe, though, if anybody's in here that hasn't subscribed, make sure to subscribe to the channel and click that bell icon to get notified when I go live next. I do these every Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, but you can go back and watch after this ends everything I talked about in the beginning, because that was the meat of this whole live stream, was at the beginning of this video. So how do you not have 9 million subs? I'll get there maybe one day in 2030 when 9 mil isn't even that much. Can you guys imagine in like 20 years, if YouTube's even around, PewDiePie is going to have like how many hundreds of millions of subscribers? It's just crazy to think about. Just subscribe. Hey, appreciate that, Cam. How do you get the iWidgets app? By searching Cydia for iWidgets. Do a video on iPhone skins. I actually don't have any iPhone skins. I used to get sponsored a lot by a skin company way back in the day. What was their name? Music Skins. Oh my God. Are there any real OGs in the chat right now that remember when I made videos on music skins? Those are the real OGs right there. I can't believe I even just remembered that. If anybody remembers that, then that's incredible. But aside from that, no, I don't have any skins for my device. You do? Two people do remember that? Wow. I'm impressed by you guys. Unfortunately, I don't remember. Yeah. I'm honestly surprised one person remembers that. If you go back, if you search my channel for music skins, you can see music skins at one point. They sponsored a bunch of my videos way back in the day, and they sent me tons of skins to give away. Recommended theme for iOS 10, a Eunice. If you go back on my channel and search for my top jailbreak themes, you can find a ton of awesome themes that fit your personality and your device. What's up, Arsh? Nike's code name. Yeah, because you guys know I'm sponsored by Nike, so. What product are you going to review next? That's a good question, Carlos. I think I'm going to do the, I thought I had it over there, but the security camera, I think I'm going to compare a $30 security camera, Wi-Fi security camera to the Nest $200 security camera. And then after that, I'm most likely, or possibly I should say, going to review a bamboo speaker. So I don't know. I'm in talks with them. All right, Joe, take it easy, man. Thanks for stopping by. You are the only one I watch in case an error occurs on my phone. Hey, no problem. No problem. Yeah, I have Verizon. Face reveal at 100K? Yeah. A lot of people have asked me about a face reveal. I am going to do a face reveal. I'm going to peel this off and reveal my real face at 100K. So get ready for that. PewDiePie gets paid 100K every 2 months. 100K every 2 months? I guarantee you he gets paid 100K, more than 100K a month. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. Any tweaks similar to SmartTap? I'm not sure what SmartTap is. I'm not too sure what that is. No, I don't have unlimited on Verizon. That's kind of a joke. It's not really unlimited. Meet Everything Apple Pro? If I lived in Portland, I probably would. But he's so far away from me. Nudes at 1 mil. Prawn Hub tweak? Yeah, there's one out there. What happened to Tai G? They fell off a cliff. I'm not sure. Why is everybody saying news at 1 mil? I'm the new Everything Apple Pro. I wish. My sub count tends to disagree with you there. iTweaks and you should make a video. Yeah, I'm down. iTweaks has been slowing down a lot though. I don't know if he really has too much time for videos anymore. What happened to paintings? You remember that? The paintings are down over there. I used to have paintings up right here. Some of you guys may remember I used to have 2 paintings up right here, but I took them down because one got crooked and it was driving me and everybody in the chat crazy. OCD. So we'd be making a mock-up video about this live stream. A mock-up video? What do you mean mock-up video, dog? I appreciate you always in the comment section as well, dog. I recognize your username and profile picture. Am I high? Nah, I don't smoke. Have you ever heard of the YouTuber Typical Gamer? Nah, I haven't. I don't really watch gaming YouTubers. The only YouTubers I really watch are iPhone YouTubers, and I watch people like TJ Hunt and like some car vloggers, Chris, people like that. Raffle the paintings. Whenever I try to install MovieBox, no matter what, can't copy paste into the application. I'm not sure. You'll have to comment on that. Oh yeah, your tech. Okay, cool. I mean, like a video that summarizes the. Yeah, a dog. Actually, in this live stream, everything important was at the very beginning. Like 3 minutes onward was everything. So it's gonna be very easy and streamlined for people that watch this after live. So it's gonna be nice and easy for you. I may do timestamps. Now that you say it, I might. I'll have to see. You know, I don't know. I'll see. Tips for a guy who wants to be a YouTuber. Um, I could go on and on for new YouTubers and what you should do, to grow a channel and everything. Just because I've grown so many channels aside from this one. Um, the very first thing I could say though going in is literally have a vision of what you want. Know what you want to create content on and just create it. Don't think about the gear you need. Don't think about the lighting you need. Don't think about, that you don't need the best editing. Just have a vision for what you want to do and do it. That's what I would do first of all to start out before anything else. That's what I would focus on. If you want to be a YouTuber, what's your vision now? You mean vision of my channel? Is that what you mean? If that's what you mean, my vision right now, like my vision, well, in short term is 100K this year, which I'm honestly gonna hit for sure. I'm probably gonna hit over like 120K this year. But my ultimate, I don't want to say goal because I hate setting goals because then when you reach them, it's like, you kind of get that, you kind of feel like, okay, I hit my goal now. I can kind of, sit back and not set another goal or something like that. But one of my goals is 3 million. So sounds crazy. I know, call me crazy, but 3 million is what I'm thinking right now. And I don't know when it's going to happen or how long it's going to take or what it's going to take, but that's my goal right now. And I mean, it sounds crazy, but if you look at everything Apple Pro, I mean, he has 3 million right now, and YouTube's only growing. There's new people signing up every day, so I don't know. I could talk about that all day as well. Do you play Xbox? No, I don't. I do not. Why don't you program the jailbreak? That's way out of my league. That'd be funny if you pass ICU. I think you could do it. Yeah, I definitely think I can as well. How much money do you make on YouTube? Not as much as you think. Especially recently, you've been seeing a lot of people showing how much they make. But honestly, unless you're that big, you do not make as much as people think you make. I can say that I have multiple channels, tons. I mean, 300 plus million views, and honestly, people over, they always anytime they predict how much somebody makes, it's always usually more. Am I a Mustang guy? Yeah, I am right here. If you go on my Instagram, you can see my car. If you go on my Instagram, if you scroll down a little bit. Do you play Destiny? Actually, Destiny was like the only game I played back when I was still gaming. And if I did come back and start gaming again, it would honestly probably be Destiny. Appreciate that, Gabriel. I'm 23, Andres. Hey, no problem. No problem, dog. I'm sponsored by Ford now. Yeah, if I'm sponsored by Ford and Nike, then that would be the day. That would be the day. No, I don't watch Tech Racks. All right, guys, ask your last few questions. I'm gonna get off here in the next couple minutes. So I appreciate you guys coming out. Hey, appreciate that, SK. Yeah, I just got my haircut yesterday. Same. I actually got it right before the dentist. I went straight from haircut to the dentist. 15 minutes over the hour mark. Yeah, I want to do a little bit longer than an hour just because we're going from 2 hours before. I didn't want to make it too short for the people that are used to 2 hours. So, have you guys heard the big news? Yeah, Gary. Hey, yeah, if you can find my PSN, you can befriend me. I actually had a gaming channel. I'm not going to say my PSN, but if you can find my gaming channel, you can find my PSN. And nobody in the chat, don't spoil it. Let them find it. Hey, the best YouTuber I talked about the Untethered Jailbreak already. You never answer my questions, I'm going to drink bleach. Hey, I try to answer everybody's questions, but these comments move so quick. And if you keep copy and pasting, if I skipped it over the first and second and third time, try to switch up your comment. Try to, do something different so that it stands out more. And don't type something too long because I probably won't read all of it. Does I Hate Snow still find jailbreak exploits? I don't think so, Tyler. If he does, it's not anything he does publicly. How do I avoid the software update? It keeps downloading. Install the tvOS profile. You can just search Google for that, and it shows you the instructions on how to do that. Gary. What's going on, AS2? What's going on? Do you watch everything Apple Pro? Yeah, I do. If you go on my channel, you can see all the videos I've liked on YouTube, and you'll see that I like some of his videos, so that should tell you. If you guys wonder who I watch on YouTube, if you go to my playlist section on my channel, you can see there's a playlist for liked videos. And that shows the videos I like, so. How do you purchase things on Cydia? You just have to hook up your Google account and then pay with PayPal. All right, Sniper. Thanks for stopping by. Best Android phone? I don't know. I don't have an Android phone right now. But if you ask me at the end of this year, I'll probably have an answer for you because I'm probably going to have the S8. Actually, not probably. I'm going to have the S8. Do you see Pengu releasing a jailbreak? It's very possible. I don't know. It's too tough to say right now, though. All right, John. Take it easy. I'm sponsored by Apple. Hey, I'm sponsored by Apple. I'm sponsored by Nike. I'm sponsored by Ford. I mean, I'm just raking in the cash right now with these sponsorships. All right, Otis. Take care. Everything Apple Pro jailbroke his main iPhone. Yeah, that's pretty typical. I usually jailbreak my main device as well. Hey, if you can find the gaming channel, it's actually pretty easy to find. Sponsored by. Did you purchase all your iPhones? Yeah, I purchased every one of my iPhones. Apple doesn't sponsor YouTubers as far as I know. What did you say about an Untethered jailbreak? Probably that's not happening. No, I don't play Minecraft. No, everything Apple Pro video during my live stream this time. D-Jack, that's funny. If you guys remember from my previous live stream, pretty much almost every live stream, everything Apple Pro would upload a video in the middle of my live stream. And I would literally see my viewers drop when he uploaded a video, and then they'd go back up after they finished watching his video. It's honestly hilarious, and I don't blame him because his videos are great, but it's just hilarious to see in the stream. Am I sponsored by Minecraft? No, I'm not. Auto lock is not working for my iPhone 6s. I don't know. Check in no substrate mode if it's still working. I like my own videos a lot. Yeah, I did it in the past just kind of to get the ball rolling. I don't really like my videos anymore though. Actually, if you watched my AirPods video, my AirPods review video, I actually disliked that video. I was the first dislike on that video. Some of these people in the chat will remember that. But I said to smash the like button in the live stream before that video. And the fact that I said smash that like button made me dislike my own video because that's the most cringe thing to say on YouTube. And I said it by just instinct, I guess. And that made me dislike that video I worked so hard on. So that's pretty funny. Sponsored by Batman. If I was sponsored by Batman, my life would be complete. Yeah, I did a live stream. From now on, like if I'm gonna upload a video, yeah, some people remember that. If I'm gonna upload a video like the AirPods review, something I worked really hard on and really long, and I really want you guys to see, I'm gonna do a live stream before that video. So you can kind of expect that at some point in the future. Do you talk to your fans on Twitter or Facebook? Yeah, Eunice, all the time. If you DM me on Twitter, I mean, besides these past couple days, because it's been absolutely insane, I've gotten hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, probably thousands combined on social media. I usually respond to almost every one of them, so yeah, I do. And I almost always respond to comments as well, every comment. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Thanks for stopping by. I do these live streams every Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. If you didn't already subscribe, if you're in here right now still watching, you didn't subscribe, make sure to subscribe. Hit that bell icon so you get notified when I go live. Sometimes I do sporadic random live streams and in addition to the every Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. So let me know, guys, if you like this. The format of this live stream is a little bit different than I've done in the past. So let me know in the comment section down below if you liked this format. So thanks again for watching, guys. I'll see you again next Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. Thanks.